All right. Hey, Racing Dad here, coming at you with a live stream for Hungaroring, which is the race this weekend. So, quick update from the race last week. We had mentioned, it was at Spa, right? We had mentioned that sixth or seventh, something like that, might have been Lewis's best result, considering he started so far back. In reality, he ended up finishing sixth, which was great. Just about out of reach for fifth. He was stuck behind Alex Albon once the rain cleared up. So for today, Hungary, earlier today, Lewis didn't do great, qualified P12, 12th position, even though his teammate was able to qualify on pole, so starting from first. We'll try to get as close to 12th again as possible and see what we can do during the race to try to move him up in the order. Looks like the weather, qualifying is sunny, but looks like there's going to be a lot of rain for the race day. And I'm not really known for my wet racing, so we're going to see how it goes. Yep. All right, here we go. So Hungary is known. Whoa. Whoa. We are in 19th, and I did not even mean to do that. Oh, that's not going to help either. Ooh, we are so far off the pace. I don't think we're going to be able to catch back up to 12th. 17th right now. Oh man, we are a second and a half off the leader, Norris here. I am just using my ERS battery like every chance I get. '16th, where do we finish? Whoa. That was not great. 16th, so, oh man, we qualified worse than what Lewis actually did today. That was a bit rough. Hungary, also known.
But don't worry, we'll be back tomorrow.
Let's see how far off. Actually, that the spread between us and Hamilton and Leclerc in our version is kind of mimics reality. So, in reality, Charles finished first, and Lewis was 12th, and so this is kind of 4 positions back. Charles at 5 and us at 16. Not the greatest by any stretch of the imagination. Hungary is also known as a very high downforce track. I upped the downforce, so I don't know if it was one where I wasn't expecting. Like I didn't maximize the grip that I had. But yeah, that was a little embarrassing. So if there's any doubt that we're running, oh, okay, Lewis and engineers finished on. If there was any doubt that we were actually running AI at a relatively high number, 95, that should be your evidence. Let's see here. Why do they have me on the alternate strategy? This is not that much slower. it actually doesn't look like rain will impact us that much. 18 laps with maybe the last 1 or 2 laps with rain. I'm kind of tempted to be a bit more aggressive with my tire strategy. Do I start with then mediums to run long? There aren't really that many safety cars at Hungary that I can think of. Or do I play it a bit safer with a hard medium choice? Now let's go a bit more aggressive. We'll start with the mediums. Whoops. Start with mediums. It looks like it's saying mediums can last most optimally to 11 laps. Or maybe that's how long the softs can last. Check. Alright, let's give this one a go. Yeah, let's do 19 laps. So the reason I mess with my fuel load, the more fuel that you carry is extra weight on the car. So if you lowered the fuel, lighter car goes faster. You can actually save tiny bits of time per lap, but over 18 laps, it can add up. In real life, it adds up a lot more, right? Especially if these guys are doing how many laps? Like, is it 60? 60 plus laps or something? But all right. Whew. So let's give this a go. We are starting 16th. We are 4 back from what Sir Lewis Hamilton actually did, and we will see how much we can make up from a pretty horrible qualifying, as we get a lot of wheel spin. Hulkenberg, give me space, give me space! He did not give me space. Ow. That was not a great run up into turn 1, and we were what, 4 seconds behind already? Aye. So I was trying to go to the outside there, and then Nico Hulkenberg just took my lane. I'm kind of lucky we didn't damage the front wing at all. And then I think as we were trying to switch to find some other space, we just locked the rear brakes, the rear wheels under hard braking. And it ended up just spinning out. The rear just got away from us. So one of the things that I know I'm going to need to be careful with is high downforce track means that this is going to be tires are going to wear fairly quickly. So I'm trying to find that spot where it's like I'm getting the most performance out of the tire without like overly degrading it. Try to lower the brake balance. We finally caught up to the pack. We are where we started. Unfortunately, have not made up any spots, especially when it's the easiest to. Oh, massive dive bomb. I had originally only planned to try to go down the inside of Stroll there, but Nico Hulkenberg, the bright green car with Kick Sauber, just left the door so wide open. We just, let's defend the inside. That was a bit of a late move. Naughty on my part. But we're up to P14 now. Oliver Behrman is right ahead of us in the Haas. For the newer folks out there, Haas is the only American Formula One team, or at least American owned. Oliver Behrman is in his rookie year. He drove his first race last season and did an amazing job, but I would say this year he's been relatively quiet. I think he subbed for Ferrari last year. Another dive bomb way back. I really don't. You probably wouldn't be able to get away with a move like that in real life. But hey, we are in a simulator, and I'm a middle-aged man sitting in his attic. Alright. Let's see if we can make up. Alright, who's next ahead? Esteban Ocon, also driving a Haas. But he's using hards right now, so we'll have a little bit of a tire advantage.
Okay, here's the gap that we're trailing the car ahead by 2 seconds.
Oh, we're already down to. Oh, I thought we were down to 1.8. Whoa. So we're making a little bit of progress here. Yeah, I'm expecting. Usually Hungary, it's really hard to pass. So we'll probably see a bunch of what's known as DRS trains. DRS trains are basically, you'll have like a bunch of cars right next to each other. Everybody has DRS, or drag reduction system, which allows them to open their rear wing to get a little less resistance, higher top speed, pretty much. But since everybody has their DRS open, everybody is going at that slightly higher speed, so it's just that much harder for folks to pass. And that's when you get kind of some of the boring races, where everybody really just stays in position. Well, we'll see what happens tomorrow. We are just about in the DRS window of Ocon here. So we should get DRS on the main straight. But we are in a high downforce configuration. So that's not going to help us trying to pass folks with straight line speed only. So you can see here, it's like we have the DRS open. Ocon has the DRS open as well. Whoa! And we just weren't closing that much when we were both going down the straight. It wasn't really until that braking period. And that probably It would have been fairly naughty what I just did. Because usually the etiquette would be I would have to be materially alongside the car to be able to say I claimed the corner. That one I was like a car behind, but still just let go of the brakes to try to beat him to the corner. And we are now back to this DRS train. So you can see a handful of cars. Whoop, as we almost slid out there. Who's in the front here? Kimi Antonelli drives for Mercedes. He was Lewis Hamilton's replacement. Then Alex Albon at the Williams. Oh, it's like a bunch of cars here. Oh no! Oh, broke my wing. That was a combo of yes it will. That just messes up my entire race strategy. Yeah, I can't control the car. Yeah, I was gonna say pit for hards. That just ruins the whole strategy. I was making some progress too. Coming up on Kimi Antonelli and that like gaggle of cars. That was probably my my best chance at getting into the points. I mean, with 5 of them there, and I think I was in 11th, probably could have gotten to like 6th or 7th again. But alas, I tried to jump on the power too soon, and whoops, that's gonna lose some time as well. The game basically says, no, you don't want to do that, and fixes it for me. We're gonna lose a good amount of time here, an extra 5 seconds, because they gotta replace the front wing. We are now going all the way to the end on hards. It's only 10 laps left. Folks are probably pitting in the next 3, so I really have like 3 laps to try to undercut as many people as possible. When I say undercut, it's basically they're gonna have to pit for new tires, and so that's gonna be like 20 seconds for them. So if I can get within 20 seconds of that car, then once they emerge from the pit, I'll be in front of them. Would have been nice if that had, my little spin had created some type of yellow flag or like safety car incident. What that would have done is like slow down all the cars around me, so it would have been a little bit, my pit stop would have been a little less painful in terms of losing time behind folks. Alright, let's see what we can do now. Not ideal. I was hoping to get the advantage of the softs, mediums to softs, which would have given me a lot more grip relative to everybody else. But what I was saying earlier, right around this spot of the track, when I was trying to accelerate out, I think it was a combo of I tried to accelerate too much too soon, and I was fairly close to Antonelli ahead of me. Oh, almost lost it again. And so when you're driving, when you're driving behind a car like that close, the car in front creates like a mini wake, if you will. So like, you know, if you're boating, the boat in front of you just churns up the water a lot, and that creates like waves for you. So that's the boat's wake. Similarly, like as these cars are going so fast through the air, like they create turbulence in the air. You can't see it, but it disrupts like the airflow going over the car. As our teammate pitted, and he's already really far ahead. But so I think when I was right behind Antonelli and I was trying to accelerate, I might have been able to get away with it if there was no car in front of me. I would have, but I think the turbulence coming off of Antonelli's car then just messed up my grip levels. Alright, let's see. Stroll ahead 6 seconds. Seems like he would have pitted too. Yeah, because I think when we first passed Stroll, he was on mediums like us. We are closing the gap to him a good amount, but I think we're just going to run out of laps on this one. We're going to be lucky if we can get back into the points. Just a little disappointing. I think we had enough pace for today to, you know, do more. Yeah, all the cars we had previously passed. Oh my god, almost did it again. So I gotta repass all these guys. I actually think I started ahead of Bortoletto. Yeah, it was Nico Hulkenberg. This guy's teammate that I had passed. So, Gabriel Bortoletto, driver in front, also in his rookie year, driver for Kick Sauber. And now he's on mediums. So that's where it's like my race strategy was really messed up, because I was planning on going from mediums to softs. So around now, I would have been on softs, which is the fastest tire, but also degrades the fastest. But now we see, and so I would have been softs compared to Bortoletto. He's now on mediums. As we see the rain starting to come in. Oh, interesting. Are they saying come in for... Oh no, I wasn't paying attention. Oh, we lost another chunk of time. Alright, we're gonna have to gamble and come in for intermediates. What was I saying? Tire advantage. So we were, if we were... Oh, everybody's slowing down. I think they're going to get onto the intermediates before me. What would have been nice is if I could get like a lap in with intermediates, if it was like the perfect weather for it, before everybody else, I'd be able to make up a chunk of time, but it looks like everybody's coming in for inters now. So I'm not really going to get any benefit from it. Oh man, we're really looking like we're gonna finish this race dead last. Ugh. Oh, it's slippery. Oh, but what I was saying with like oh, you can see us slipping and sliding there. Whoa. Bortoletto, like, if we were on, like, softs right now and he was on mediums, we would definitely have a tire advantage. Nope, I'm not lasting another lap, so... the reason the engineers would have said that is my teammate, Charles Leclerc, pitted this lap, and so usually teams don't like to what's called double stack, so pit both of the cars at the same lap. It just, there's a lot of risk of like making sure you get the right tires at the right time, and the team can change the tires without too much issue.
See these tires through to the end now.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Because this would have been our window to really do something different than everybody else and try to get back into the mix. Oh, you can see it's slippery. Alright, but we're 10 seconds behind doing. Points are probably out of the mix for us today. Let's see if we can not finish dead last. Oh dear. I had to cut that corner. You can see how much slower we're going in the rain here. And I mentioned before, I thought the rain was actually going to come later, but we mentioned when we saw this, there was going to be rain on this on race day. We are not the greatest in the wet. And you can see, even with doing, I'm not making up any time. I'm actually losing time. It's a little embarrassing. Jack Doohan drives for Alpine, formerly known as Renault. Oh, but yeah, we're losing time to him. 4 laps left. It'd be nice if everybody crashed out. Oh, there's some incident. Yeah, I think in hindsight, what we would have needed to do, A, not have that lap 1 spin. So if we're on the mediums, honestly, we should have gotten to like P13, P12 or something by the end of like lap 1 or lap 2. We clearly had a good pace with a fair amount of folks on the mediums and tire advantage, because there are a lot of folks running the hard tire, as we're struggling to keep it on the track now. And then I guess the big question mark would have been, what would we have done around the time of the rain? I think we were set to pit to hards, or no, to softs on lap 11, but the rain came lap 12. If it was one where, you know, we were doing just enough or good enough on the mediums, there wasn't too much degradation, could have stayed out a little bit longer, and then go from the medium straight to the, oh, we went deep on that corner, went straight from the mediums to the intermediates. Oh, well, that would have been like the best strategy in hindsight, but you know, you can't do the coulda, woulda, shouldas. As we're now 15 seconds behind. Oh man, we're losing like, is that like at least almost 3/4 of a second per lap to doing here. This is embarrassing. Well, I mean, if there was any doubt that I was sandbagging before, this is your evidence that, no, I really do have the AI set fairly high at 95. And Hungaroring, I mean, it's not my worst track, but it's certainly, as you can see, not my best. add on top of that this rain business. I mean, it doesn't look like it's... It feels like it's almost ready for like full wets, but it doesn't look like it. Oh, maybe that's just my crappy wet driving. Let's see.
Okay, heavy rain staying with us for a while now. At least a 20-minute window of heavy rain. Inters seem to be the fastest tyre.
Okay, Inters. So, if you're new to some of the wet racing with F1, there are two different types of wet tires F1 cars can use. One is intermediates, and then the other is full wets. Intermediates, the grooves are a little less pronounced, so it's great for like some level of water, but if it's like raining super heavy out, that's when you're gonna want the full wets, where the grooves between the tires, within the tires, are just deeper to try to disperse more water. But that also means it is a slower tire. Why is it slower? Mostly just because of friction, right? Like when you look at a dry tire, any of the mediums, softs, hards, like all that, those are the whole thing is smooth, and the idea is that's how you maximize the friction, surface area friction between the car and the ground, right? You're trying to have every bit of tire touch the ground at the same time. So when you go to intermediates or wets, when you have those grooves, it's just less surface area connecting, so it's going to be slower. And you can see that if in some races where drivers are still on intermediates or wets, when it's time to switch to like a drier tire, they're going noticeably slower than those that have already made the switch. Oh. Yeah, we're not catching up. I think our only hope would have been if we hadn't had all those mistakes. The spins. Did we do 2 spins? 3 spins? Oh, that doesn't help. I think maybe three spins. Aside from those, like if we were able to, I can't even keep the car on the track right now. If we were able to get up there before the rain, looking at this pace, there's no way we would have passed anybody ahead. But if you look at my mini map in the bottom left corner here, you can see there's like a pile of cars right behind another one that's going real slow. That I think would have been our strategy. Try to pass as many people as possible before it starts raining, and then as it rains, do just enough in certain corners to keep everybody else behind, and then people wouldn't be able to pass, unless whenever you make the mistake, and then people will be able to get around. But Hungary is just a really hard place to pass on. Add wets to that, and it becomes pretty near impossible. Last lap. This has been an eventful race. Not exactly the performance we had hoped for, or but hopefully had a little bit of good entertainment moments for y'all watching. Definitely not one of my even average performances. This has been a little embarrassing, but nobody can bat 1,000, right? Not even Sir Lewis Hamilton. Oh, we almost lost it again. Overcorrected there a little bit, but We are 20 seconds off. That's basically a full pit stop. Now, around the corner here to claim dead last. Oh man. Let's see if we get any commentary from Lewis. No?
Just keeping up the fight. Some of the day they wanted, but
yeah, words of wisdom from Sir Lewis Hamilton there. That's probably going to happen tomorrow. Who's this? Is that Lando? Although Charles finished first, but then I think the two McLarens finished right behind him.
I can't wait to see what's next.
Lando won, and then Max Oscar. Leclerc dropped by a spot. I could see that tomorrow. Leclerc drops from 1 to 2. And then Lando wins. Hungary tends to be a stronger track for him, so I could see him passing for the race win. And then Oscar's up there. Max isn't going to be up there. I think he qualified 8th, so I'd be really surprised. I could see him on the podium, depending on what happens. Gasly and Hadjar, unlikely. Whoa, what happened with Hadjar? He started in 18th and then jumped up to 5th. That must have been like... Let's actually look. That must have been some jump between his time. Yeah, that's what he did. So you could see he went long on the mediums, and then switched right to the intermediates. I'd bet you for some of these other folks, they switched twice. Yeah, there you go. So this would have added 20 seconds to Charles Leclerc's race time, because he would have wasted 20 seconds to pit between these two laps to get hards. He's only on the hards for 3 laps. Hards last long, right? So if anything, if he knew he was only going to be on that tire for 3 laps, he should have gone to softs to at least get some type of advantage out of it. But then he loses another 20 seconds to switch to the inters. And so that's how Hadjar undercut a good amount of folks. Yeah, you can see all these folks who pitted twice. But surprisingly, Liam lost. Yeah, 19th to 12th. I guess that just means he was generally slow. But yeah, everybody else was 3. No major incident. Well, yeah, oops, that was me. Yeah, that early pit was tragic. So where did we? Let's look at our times. Let's see here. Lewis Hamilton. Oh yeah, we were off. It's almost like a full lap down on folks. I mean, the best lap wasn't horribly off. We were at like 21.0. We just couldn't have the consistency. So that's not going to help. But yeah, so hopefully this is not the juju we sprinkle on Lewis's race for tomorrow. We wish him much better than that. He'll be starting at 12th again. I think he'd be able to make a run into the points. He's had some pretty decent, memorable performances at Hungary, at least at his time at Mercedes. So I could see him getting somewhere in the points. But I think this is going to be a lot harder for to pass. So I think he'll be just in the points, somewhere around like 8 plus minus. Yeah, that seems reasonable. But hey, if it rains, I don't know if it's expected to rain at all, but that could throw a whole wrench into things. Let's take a look at the standings. So we got 0 points today, basically. Oof. Lando and Max got a whole chunk in, so we are still leading the drivers' championship, but not by much. I think this used to be like a 33-point advantage. Is now dropped down to 15 points over Max. But it looks like we would still have the constructors lead. Yeah. Um, these these results on or these standings are pretty far cry off of what reality is right now. I think Lewis is maybe fifth or sixth. He's definitely behind Leclerc, but I think he's like, yeah, maybe fifth or sixth in the standing. Constructors, Ferrari is definitely well behind McLaren. They've pretty much run away with the constructors this year. But so let's end it there. Really tough Hungarian Grand Prix race. Excited to see what actually happens tomorrow with Lewis. Hopefully he has his head up a little bit more. Some of his interviews today were pretty tough to watch. He was really downtrodden. I mean, what was the quote? He was something like, "It's not the car," because Leclerc had put it on pole. He was like, "Ferrari doesn't need to change the car. They just need to change the driver." So it was a little hard to hear Lewis talk like that. Well, hopefully he can have a better race tomorrow than qualifying. But that's it for us, and we will see you for the next Grand Prix. Bye, folks.